whether you're planning a trip for one, a girls' outing, or a family vacation, Stephanie Walters has plenty of tips and ideas for us to make the magic happen. Plus, a bigger win today, this wonderful TV personality and lifestyle expert is going to share some ideas on where to go, because sometimes that's more than half the battle, Stephanie.
Exactly. That's the hard part, is figuring out where to go. You can have all the items, but then what's in my budget, what's a good location, so that is definitely a key.
So we're going to start with flying solo, right?
Yes.
Traveling solo.
Traveling solo. So one of the things you obviously want to make sure is that you have your travel size bottles, especially with everything going on now. They're really cracking down on you know, what you can take on. So what I like to do, instead of buying always like the little mini bottles of shampoo or this and that, I just use what I have and put it in my mini travel bottles.
Yes.
That's just easy, because I don't like to have doubles of stuff.
Yes.
So I think that's a good thing that you need to have when you're traveling solo. And then another cool thing that I started doing when I travel by myself is that these fun little pouches double as purses and cosmetic holders. So instead of, if you're trying to travel light and you don't want to travel bulky, put your cosmetic items in these cute little pouches and cute little clutches. And then once you get to your hotel or wherever you're staying, you can take all your items out, you know, set it up on your counter and use that as your clutch or your purse. So that way you don't have to carry double. So I think that's really important. And then obviously if you're going to somewhere hot, these are new by Pacifica. They're vegan, all natural, underarm wipes. You know, if you're going out on like excursions and things, you want to be able to wipe yourself, make yourself clean and healthy. And then another perfect thing, I think, if you're traveling solo for sure, especially for women too, this is a fire starter. So if you're going somewhere cold or you're going camping, you lose your items or something happens and you need some heat, this is a great item to carry. And then also you have waterproof matches that go along with that, so in case it's raining. And then obviously if you're going somewhere cold, you've got some heat warmers. So those, I think, are essentials if you're traveling by yourself, for sure.
I love it. You've given us plenty to think about here. You go out from a night on the town to starting your own fire.
I mean, hey, you know, life is unpredictable.
We said you were going to give us tips on suggestions. If I'm flying solo, where should I go?
Oh, flying solo. So I would say one good place is Monterey. It's so beautiful out there, relaxing. I actually went there by myself for a conference, and I was just, you overlook the water and the bay. It's beautiful. So that's in California. And then if you want to take, you know, a 4-hour ride down the Pacific Coast Highway and get to LA, you can have a little fun. But Monterey is a perfect place to go for a solo Zen kind of trip.
It's funny you say that, because I ended up in Monterey by myself one time for the day, and I mean, it was a bus trip, but I was flying solo. It was awesome.
It's beautiful,
It's a great tip. I love it. Okay, so maybe we're going to take some folks with us, right? We're going to head out. This is with maybe a group of gals.
Yeah, so group of gals, traveling with people, first of all, the planning is, you can be a struggle sometimes. So I would definitely recommend just kind of getting, you know, your group meet chats together, getting your money together. And these are items that I think would be great. So you have a sport belt. So that's a perfect item if you want to put like your lipsticks, your cell phones, anything that you can put in here. And it actually has a cute little an earbud holder, so if you want to talk on the phone. So this is good if you're going to be maybe hiking or even going on excursions, because you can put this around your waist, and this takes the place of carrying an actual purse, and it holds, you know, maybe up to actually 3 or 4 cell phones in that, because it expands. So that's perfect.
Okay.
Also, you want to make sure you're having a charging hub.
Yes.
My husband and I went on a vacation to Dominican Republic, didn't realize that they didn't have the same charging outlets. We were without phones for 4 days, and this is when we were dating, so you can imagine. It went well, we're married, but this is a great trip. A great thing to have for your trip is a charging hub. Also, portable speakers are awesome. Obviously, if you're going to be in a hotel or staying in an Airbnb, those are fun. And then this. So look how small this is. What do you think this is?
Well, I already got to see the label, but for our friends at home.
Yeah, so you take this out, and it becomes a nice little poncho.
Viola.
Voila, here it is. And my friends and I actually had to buy one of these when we traveled, because it started raining on our trip.
Yeah, this is no joke, because so pack a poncho, pack an umbrella, because the last thing you want to do
is be stuck.
And then have to shell out big bucks to get a raincoat, you know?
This was like $15 from like Uniqlo, I think. So that's great. Come in all different colors.
That's awesome.
And then if you want to maybe have a little more romantic trip, I always say pack some of the stuff with you, because when you get to these resorts, they're going to nickel and dime you for, you know, a bottle of champagne in your room, chocolates, candles. So I say this is some nice placemats you can just fold and bring with you. Candles, put in your suitcase, and you're good to go. So that's a way to kind of like up the ante on your trip.
That's awesome.
And then too, if you want to have some coffee, instead of going out and buying coffee out on the town, unless you're somewhere like Colombia, have your own container, make it in the hotel or wherever you're staying, put it in this, and you're good to go. This cafe in a box keeps your items hot.
I love
so that way you don't have to spend money on items out in the town if you're trying to be on a budget.
Yes, because that coffee adds up. We're like practically out of time, but we got to travel with the family.
Yeah,
What's your
absolutely.
hot spot for friends?
Hot spot for friends, I would say definitely Savannah.
Yes.
Savannah, Georgia is a good
love
one.
it. Good
All
call.
right, kids, family, friends is a huge one. My Fold, this is perfect for families who are traveling with kids. This is a portable child seat, and then Canoodle Jr. and different play toys. This is always big because you want to keep your kids distracted if you're traveling. And then a flashlight, a glow stick. Instead of maybe having the little, you've seen kids on the little leashes, keep a glow stick on them where they can actually follow and you can see them.
That's really cool. The kids would like to play with this anyway.
Yes.
It's got like a little pen holder thinger on the back, so you can just clip
Strap
it
on them, yeah.
And then they love flashlights, so that's
Yes.
cool. And I'm
this
like
is
obsessed.
going to change the game, Jessica.
You opened this and I was like, what?
Yeah, it's a portable, so if you're like traveling on a plane or you're traveling with family members who might not have a car seat in their car, this is adjustable.
So
it adjusts to any size, yep.
That's great. Obviously, it gets a little bigger than that, but we'll have to read the instructions, but that is really great. I love it. Okay, great family place for family
place, I would
vacay.
say Santa Fe, actually, New Mexico, because you can, there's a lot of things in the town. My dad went, and he was like, there's a lot of family-oriented stuff, so between restaurants, and it's a lot of cultural things you can learn, too. So Santa Fe would be a fun, and it's a unique trip, so it's not like your typical Disney World.
That's right.
Take them somewhere different.
A lot of great parks out there, and go and take them to the opera.
Yeah.
We all need a little culture. Great tips. I love it.
Thank you.
Fantastic. I got to read the instructions and figure that out, because that'll be a nice, easy space saver. I love it. Well.